Okay, it's time for a rant. Our boy LA Knight, one of the most over wrestlers. In fact, he got himself over. This guy was Max Dupree just a couple years ago. Freaking managing the maximum male model. Literally one of the worst gimmicks of all time, one of the worst characters of all time, one of the most uninteresting factions of all time. This guy was at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, like the freaking bottom of the barrel, the absolute freaking jobber central, jobber university. This guy was a freaking professor of jobbing everyone. This guy goes from being the biggest jobber of all time to being a freaking bona fide main eventer, going from Max Dupree back to LA Knight. Yeah. Does this, pulls it off, gets over with the crowd, gets the yeah chant over, just gets his catchphrases over, just gets over. Like, people are liking him, people are liking the promos, the ability. This guy goes from nothing to someone that could actually become a WWE champion. Like, honestly, in fact, he's probably the most captivating, the most creative, the most charismatic, the most almost everything. Instead of, I mean, his in-ring is whatever, but like in terms of everything else, the guy has what it takes, the look, the charisma, all of it. Name it, our boy has it. This guy shouldn't be feuding with the likes of freaking Nakamura and what Carmelo Hayes and whoever else he's feuding with, Andrade. He should be at the top scene, fighting Gunther, fighting Cody Rhodes, fighting Roman Reigns, fighting freaking Jacob Fatu. This guy is of that caliber. Like, he has everything he needs to be one of the biggest stars of all time. Unfortunately, getting yourself over with the company, getting yourself over with the fans can only go so far, because if the company doesn't strap the rocket to your back with that organic push, then you will stay exactly where you are, which is in the mid-card. This guy is still in the freaking mid-card. Not in the Elimination Chamber. He wasn't one of the last 5 in the Royal Rumble. He hasn't really been close to winning a main event title. It's obvious that WWE does not have a ton of confidence in LA Knight. So instead of pushing this guy to the absolute freaking moon because he has everything you need in order to create one of the biggest stars of all time, like, come on. He has everything that you're looking for. They had this guy during WrestleMania weekend signing freaking autographs. WrestleMania weekend. This guy should be freaking in the main event of WrestleMania. He should be on the cover of WrestleMania. But no. LA Knight is headed to WWE World on Monday, April 21st. Stay tuned for more superstar scheduling, whatever, and autograph, blah, blah, blah. So as of right now, there's no match announced for LA Knight. All that's announced is that he's going to be there signing autographs. How did we get here? How do we go from this guy going from LA Knight, yeah, over as hell? So I don't think I've ever seen someone get over so organically other than like Daniel Bryan or Jeff Hardy. Like, the way he got over and the fans getting behind him, his character, his push, everything he was saying, he made everything believable. Going from like all of that and just becoming what he is, which is LA Knight, like the king, like the god, like the freaking GOAT. Still, WWE does not want to strap the rocket to him. And I think this is a problem overall with WWE, because they strap the rocket on the wrong people. They strap the rocket on people like Nakamura. They strap the rocket on people like Jey Uso. They strap the rocket on Charlotte Flair. They strap the rocket to like Sami Zayn. With Sami Zayn, I do like Sami Zayn. Good wrestler, good promo, doesn't look convincing whatsoever. My point is that they strap the rocket to wrestlers who I think are way more undeserving than our boy LA Knight here. People who have just gotten over because a company puts them over, because a company straps a rocket to them and they just get over because they have this little extra whatever. This guy did it on his own. The company refuses to send him to the absolute freaking moon and make him a star. So now he's jobbing to people signing autographs. If WrestleMania honestly passes and there's nothing for LA Knight to do, if there's no match, if there's no feud, if there's no triple threat for the United States title, with him going over in the match and winning it, being the 2-time United States champion, if that doesn't happen, then what are we doing? Are we really having a WrestleMania without LA Knight in some capacity wrestling? Like, what is he actually doing in WrestleMania? Our boy is jobbing, signing autographs. LA Knight joins the lineup on Monday. Our boy is going to be signing autographs. That's it. You can purchase a photo with him. That's it. Plus an opportunity to, what are we doing here? This guy's like 42. He doesn't have a lot of time left. Like, once wrestlers cross 40, it's like father time is ticking. Like, you have another potentially 2 to 5, like, okay-ish years left. After that, you're just going to be like relegated to being a manager or some GM or some shit. So we have another 2 to 3 years to get out of this guy. Like, that is everything. That is it. After 2 to 3 years, LA Knight is not going to be what he is. Why would you not strap the rocket on the boy and get everything out of him that you possibly can? Because people love him. People want to see him. People are fans. But instead of us getting LA Knight versus Gunther, we're getting freaking Gunther versus Jey Uso. We're getting yeet. You were getting all this ring general stuff, secret mat, like whatever. Instead of LA Knight cursing Gunther out, instead of LA Knight burying him, burying every aspect of his lack of ability in promos and in ring, like instead of getting like just constant burials endlessly on Raw and SmackDown, we're getting yeets all the time in entrances on Raw with Jey Uso saying nothing, saying one word, saying half-baked phrases, and then Gunther comes out pretending to fight, Jey Uso comes out pretending to fight. They both run away whenever someone else enters, and then they just avoid each other. You're supposed to be going into WrestleManias and all these big massive matches with the heel always beating out the babyface, with the heel always being the one on top and the babyface being the underdog. They haven't really started that underdog story like at all, because Gunther's not really a good heel, to be honest. Jey Uso's not convincing in anything he does. Like, he doesn't really care about whatever he does in the ring, because it just doesn't even matter. But if you plug LA Knight into that, if you plug LA Knight into the Jey Uso spot, like, that was one of the best views of all time. It's one of the best performances ever. It would hands down steal the show, and it hands down would be worthy of a main event. But no, we're talking about the potential night one main event being Jey Uso and Gunther. For the 4th time, by the way, 4 of these things happen. 4th time. WrestleMania is going to be the 4th time these guys have faced off. And at this point, I don't even care. Like, the people who I want to see in the main event spot are not in the main event spot. The people who I actually care about, the people who are over with me as a fan, as someone that wants to be entertained, the people who are actually doing the work that I care to see, they're not in main event spots. They're not in a prevalent position on my television. So I have to watch the people that I care about job themselves out in front of a line of people signing autographs. Instead of participating for the WWE Championship or something cool at WrestleMania, we're going to job him out, taking photos that you can pay for and getting autographs that no one cares about. I don't care about autographs. I don't care about his photo. I want to see him win. I want to see him succeed, but I'm not going to see that. I'm going to see him get jobbed out by Nakamura. Maybe potentially. He might not even get the match. Carmelo Hayes might get the match over LA Knight. Are you drunk? Anyways, guys, quick video. Hope you enjoy it. Like, share, comment down below. LA Knight should be in a way better spot than just sending autographs backstage. But this is what they're going to do with him. So it's just sad. Yeah.